John Daly just revealed he begged Greg Norman to play in the LIV. In this video, we will talk about why John Daly begged Greg Norman to play in the LIV. Stay tuned to find out. During his 6-minute appearance as a guest on the Piers Morgan Uncensored show, John Daly revealed he wanted to play in the LIV Golf Invitational Series, a breakaway league that offers massive signing bonuses, enormous purses, 54-hole tournaments, and no cuts, so that every golfer receives compensation for their efforts. Daly didn't hold back either. He remarked, "I pleaded with Greg Norman to let me join the LIV Tour." Who is this man, then? Who still commands respect in the world of sports and who even makes appearances in video games? He continued by describing how superior he believes the LIV circuit is to the PGA Tour or even the PGA Tour Championships, where Daly plays the majority of his current matches. "I participated in a practice round at the British Open with Brian Harman and other guys, and we played pro-arms, so we get it," I said. "Okay, many of our tournaments are built on this foundation," Brian Harman advises. "However, to reward our efforts with a box of chocolates. We don't play for a lot of money on the Champions Tour, and I play 2 to 3 pro-arms every week, so I almost feel like I'm not getting anything out of this. Why are we doing this? Look, there are moments when I prefer to play with amateurs than professionals, but we need to get paid for it. Players are getting that from the LIV Tour. These men who are on that tour deserve the money since they can compete in pro-arm tournaments, throw lavish parties, and play for large sums of money. And I believe that many other guys are deserving of the money," Daly added, pointing to himself with both hands, "especially this old man." After that, Morgan brought up an article he had written for the New York Post about the moral hypocrisy in sports, noting that many of the PGA sponsors, for example, do plenty of business in the Middle East. Daly's stance on hypocrisy in sports, notable golf, was the next question he posed to him. Let's avoid discussing that, Piers. Since there are so many labor rules and such, they don't want to be featured in that. Amazingly, it's true. This has such dreadful politics. I could speak about other businesses as well as Nike. Nike is producing sneakers with the help of young 8-year-olds. Okay, we don't want to discuss that. Concerning labor legislation to speak, golf is what we're discussing. The Prince of Saudi Arabia is a terrific guy, and he has donated so much money to golfers who have earned it. There are some, though, who don't deserve it, because I belong on that tour. Daly acknowledged his advanced age, but also appeared to imply that perhaps Norman wouldn't be extending any further invitations to play at LIV. Greg claims he isn't performing any longer. Daly continued, quoting Bryson DeChambeau as saying, "LIV golf is the best thing on earth to him at the Open Championship. We continue to play pro-am, and we do so to earn a large sum of money. Wide-ranging human rights violations, such as politically motivated murders, torture, and forced disappearances, and cruel prisoner treatment, have been attributed to Saudi Arabia." Additionally, Jamal Khashoggi, a Saudi writer and Washington Post columnist, was murdered, and both the Saudi royal family and the Saudi government have been implicated in the crime. John Daly wishes there weren't only one PGA Tour Championships aged player in LIV golf, but Phil Mickelson is the only one. "I begged Greg Norman to let me be on the LIV Tour," Daly stated during a guest appearance on Piers Morgan Uncensored. This summer, the LIV Tour signed several major champions, including the over 40 players Henrik Stenson and Bubba Watson. Since LIV's inaugural event in London in June, Mickelson, 52, has been a part of the organization. However, Daly, 56, won't be going with them. The host laughed as Daly remarked, "Well, Greg says he's not doing any more invitations, and I'm too old." In his PGA Tour career, Daly has earned more than $10 million, including victories at the 1991 PGA Tour and the 1995 British Open. He has also earned more than $2.1 million on the PGA Tour Champions. He made a point of emphasizing that he didn't think the returns were very much, despite having more than 100 starts on the 50 and over circuit. He added that he participates in 2 or 3 pro-arms each week on the Champions Tour, where we don't play for a lot of money. What are we doing? I'm not getting anything out of this. Sometimes I'd rather play with amateurs than professionals, but we need to be paid for that, and the LIV Tour is providing that. Daly and the LIV participant, Bryson DeChambeau, participated in 2 rounds at the British Open last month. Daly cited DeChambeau's statement that, "We still play a pro-am. It's 2 pros, 2 amateurs, and we're done in 4 hours." In saying that, he said it's the greatest thing on earth. Daly, who has 3 studio albums to his credit, offered one more tip for getting on the LIV Tour. "Let me organize the concerts with all of my buddies," he offered. To say that John Daly's professional golfing career was turbulent would be an understatement. There have undoubtedly always been ups and downs in his playing style, scoring, and even personal life. Since he was a young child, he has played golf. According to Wikipedia, he grew up with an abusive father. After quitting college in 1987, he entered the professional golf scene even though he didn't complete his degree. He began participating in PGA Tour events that year, as well as golf tournaments abroad, including in South Africa. He has a distinctive playing style that incorporates a strong golf swing. He uses a self-taught technique where he recoils his arms and moves the golf club far farther back than most golfers. This guarantees incredible speed, but does not guarantee a flawless hit every time. This contributes to the inconsistent nature of his performance over the years. Nevertheless, John Daly has won a lot of competitions and holds many records, one of which is averaging more than 300 yards every drive throughout an entire season. Even if it's more popular now, Daly started playing professionally when it wasn't possible for everyone. Personal struggles in John's life have included divorces, alcoholism, and a cancer diagnosis. However, he continues to have an impact on the golf industry because of his work creating golf courses, not to mention his multiple country music albums, which represents his failed attempt to become a musician. This man is talented. Additionally, he had the chance to earn a lot of money because he entered the industry at an early age and began performing professionally. According to The Richest, his estimated net worth at one point was around $20 million. He has unfortunately lost a substantial portion of his wealth over the years due to gambling, many divorces, and excessive drinking. John contributes a significant amount of money to charitable causes, it should be noted. He began doing this when he was young and not all that wealthy, giving $30,000 to a golfer who was struck by lightning at a particular tournament. He has donated money to numerous organizations throughout the years, including the Make-A-Wish Foundation and the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. His estimated net worth is typically cited as being in the $2 million range. Given that John frequently had sponsors and endorsements, it is challenging to estimate his career profits. He made just over $10 million on the PGA Tour alone over more than 3 decades, 1986 to 2020, and you can see the specifics on CBS Sports. He said to Golf Channel that he spent many years struggling with his addiction while playing high-stakes, slots, and blackjack for $15,000 every hand. For him, the thrill of adrenaline was everything. He still gambles now, but he only wagers $25 or $100 at the slots and plays for much less money at a time. He also battled alcoholism, which he had already dealt with throughout his time in college. Between him and his trainers, this frequently led to disagreements. Many would argue that it's the reason he couldn't produce regular results because it also had an impact on the caliber of his performance. Even in dire circumstances, he had to withdraw from championships. However, he did not go to AA meetings, and in more recent years, he has made an effort to lead a healthy lifestyle. He has a total of 2 victories at the coveted Masters, both of which occurred in the 1990s, 1991 PGA Championship and the 1995 Open Championship. So what are the possibilities for him to start golf again? Do you think Greg Norman should let John Daly play in the LIV Tour? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That's the end of this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.